long drive from Cape Town, we arrived here at the Manzi Trails, where we stayed over for one night.
No drums.
It is early morning, and as we look across the Orange River, which also forms the natural boundary between Namibia and South Africa, we see the South African side. After a short drive, we arrived here at Ice, where we stayed over for 2 nights. I'm here at the pool at the Ice. Ice is known mainly for 2 reasons. One is because of the fact that it's a hot spring. This is the pool here behind me, nice and warm the water. And the other reason is the fact that it's also the end of the Fish River hiking trail. So they start at Wobas, they go down into the gorge and they walk along the riverbed, and then they end here. It's quite a big do when the people arrive here. They ring a bell and they clap hands for everybody when they make it. It's normally a 5-day hiking trail, but some of the fit groups, they do it in 4 days. So now it's time for a nice swim in the pool here. Enjoy. Well, there's no better way than ending a day off with a lovely braai, and then we had this night visitor. We just arrived here at Cannon Roadhouse, and we've just pitched our tent and settled in a way. And to all of you campers out there, what's the first thing after you've pitched your tent? Come on, I'm sure you all know the answer. What is it? You have a nice beer. You got it. You're right again. Cheers. We then visited the Fish River Canyon near Wobas, where we enjoyed the beautiful sunset.
Across valleys folding, across waters frozen, across the time between my dawn and your setting sun. These are stories blowing, these words tender showing. How can I touch the shape of wing bindings falling away? Oh, tongue set you free, and oh, mind let it be. Oh, land, teach me how to lay in.
The following are some photos of Cannon Roadhouse.
I'm lost in your stars, by the light of the dark moon. Just be as you are, just do as you do, by grace and devotion, by letting go.
This is on our way to Kanan, where we stopped at this tree, where we had some coffee and sandwiches.
By the light of the dark moon, I'm lost in your stars. I'm lost in your stars.
We just booked in. We are now on our way to our campsite number 8. Just follow the road.
Two-toned moment, wide breathing, stay with it. I aim for the place between all longing and letting be. Speaking honey wine, making wishes star sad. These are the arrows in the battle of becoming. Make me a warrior, hummingbird disarming. You be a compass to guide this flight. Take me surrendered, fill me to spilling over the roots of this endless sky. I'm
vertel gou vir ons wat beteken daai ding daar so.
Nankuse, it means God will provide for us in sun.
So it's a sun language that.
It's a sun language, yes.
Okay. Let me just see it a little bit closer. Okay. Hoe spreek jy dit uit?
Nankuse.
Nankuse. Dis die santaal sê jy, né?
Santa.
En jou naam is?
My naam is Johanna.
En waar werk jy, Johanna?
En ek is 'n waitress. En ek werk by Cannon Lodge.
Okay. En geniet jy dit hier?
Ja, ek geniet dit baie.
Wat is vir jou die beste van die plek?
Die view.
And what you're seeing at the bottom, that's a lodge with a restaurant there. This is the road that comes up here, quite steep. The reception is there at the bottom and some other farmhouses. This is towards the eastern side. Okay, then we go right around here with these vast open plains. Then you have this little hill here, and the campsites are behind them, which is not visible from here. Then going towards the west. Good morning to all you travelers out there. This is our second and last morning here at Kanon, at the foot of the Tiras Mountains. We are leaving today. We're going to Chauchap. After a sort of an average stay here. The reason why I say that, there's three things of concern here. Number one, especially for the women, but for all of us for that matter, they do not, can you believe this, they do not provide toilet paper. We even ask at the reception, no, they don't give it. Okay. Second thing is, we've got a solar, let me show you here behind me. There is a solar system here to provide hot water, but maybe we just had a bad draw of the cards here, because between number 7 and us number 8 there's no hot water. And yesterday was a rather warm day here, and even afternoon it was like hardly lukewarm, which is also disappointing because there's quite a chilly wind blowing here sometimes, especially like early morning and early evening. And there's a third thing of concern. This place is actually known as quite a scenic area. I mean, the D707 that goes past here is known to be a scenic route. So I would take it, obviously, I mean that's why we're here, is that you come here because you want to be to see the surroundings, the landscapes, and especially if you camp in an area like this with the mountains here behind me, one would imagine that you would be able to do a self-drive going into the mountains here and, you know, have a look at this beautiful scenery. No go. Now only a paid one. You have to pay for what God has created. You must pay to enjoy it. Well, okay, it's my opinion. Never mind, we will leave some suggestions to these people here and see if they bother to listen to what we're saying. But I mean, that's why we come here. That's what we want to see and do and enjoy. So we are off shortly. It's probably now around about 9 o'clock, 9ish I think or so, on our way to Chauchap, as I said. See you at our next stop. Cheers. And we had our fair share of problems along the road on this day. Okay, this is Chauchap River Camp. With the view over the mountains. This is the reception area here. Lots of parking. We just booked in at Chauchap. We are now on our way through the riverbed to our campsite, the Bulbul. Apparently there are 15 campsites here. Some of them are kilometers apart.
Right, now up here you have ablution facilities with the donkey, they make fire, and you've got the outside toilet, the throne, and there's a little indoor one with a shower here, and they come early morning like about 7 o'clock and they make fire so you can have hot water. And right down there at the bottom there's an open shower, also with a little donkey where they make fire, and I actually showered there last night when everybody went to bed. But it's beautiful. And in the evening they come and they light candles along the walkway and at the fireplace. So it creates a very nice atmosphere. This is the view from up here. On the other side here of the river is where the chalets are and the main entrance reception building. These are the mountains in the area. A lovely setting, absolutely stunning. So we had a good night's rest here, and today we will be on our way, passing and stopping Solitaire, and we're going to sleep over at the place I think called Valley of 1,000 Hills or something like that.
So these are the campsites here at the Valley of 1,000 Hills in Namibia. It's an absolutely beautiful setting, except for the haziness in the sky at the moment. So hopefully tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day. This road is sort of a no-go for 4x2s. It's quite steep. But this place is situated sort of high up in the mountain with a spectacular view here down into the valley. Hopefully today the skies will be a bit clearer. Yesterday it was very hazy, so it wasn't good for any photography work.
Well, this is what you've got to do if the other vehicle is a front wheel drive and not a 4x4. So you get a little bit of help from your friends here. Kom, oom sal dalk vir julle op die video sit. Watch for YouTube, as sien julle julleself daar.
I'm lost in your stars.
We then travelled to this place called Juanicontes, which is situated next to the Spitzkoppe river, roughly 30 kilometers from Spitzkoppe. We stayed over here for 2 nights. This shipwreck is along the road between Spitzkoppe and Henties Bay. We had delicious fish and chips at Henties Bay, and then also a bit more bad luck. We continued further towards Spitzkoppe, and we booked in at the Spitzkoppe tented camp.
In your stars. I'm lost in your stars. I'm lost in your stars.
This is an overhead view of our campsite and the surrounding area. We then left Spitzkoppe on our way to Rooisand, and we came across these giraffes next to the road.
Is he on hier?
Ja, is aan die ander kant van die
This is the lodge and the reception area at Rooisand.
Okay, we are at a place here called Rooisand. What you see in the distance where our car is parked is the main kitchenette with bathrooms. And then, though there are sort of some kind of a sleeping area there with cement slabs, and I think you can sort of sleep under the stars with sleeping bags and mattresses or something. Then on the mountain up top there, they've got like a small little astronomy or something thing. You can look at the stars and whatever with telescopes and stuff. Then where I'm standing here is the actual campsite. But because we are the only people here, the owner said we can pitch our tent right next door to the main kitchen there. So we've got all the facilities, the big roof there with lots of chairs and benches you can sit there. There is power here, only solar, mainly for your fridges, not for hair dryers and stoves and kettles and stuff. So back to the camping sites. This is like a typical one here. There is about one. So this is the men's toilet, bathroom with a mirror, wash basin here. It's quite spacious, and there's a gas heater here, and another wash basin here, and then there's, of course, there's a nice big shower here. You can see it's rather big here. So it's very spacious. Excellent. This is really good. And the women's one obviously looks exactly the same. So let me take you out. Sorry for all the movement on the camera. Let me just take you out to this area. This is sort of a kitchen area. As you can see, there's a plug there, but it's only for fridges. Please don't use hair dryers and stoves and stuff. We tried, but we tripped the plug. Then you've got a little freezer there, dirt burn again. And then you are under roof here, and you've got a washing area here. You can see all the space that you have here, working areas. And then towards the back here, you've got this under roof area here, which is quite big. You can sit here and, yeah, entertain yourself. Beautiful, very spacious. Okay.
On our way to Kroonenhof Lodge, I had a slow puncture and I had to stop to do some repairs.
Background. This is fantastic. This place is Kroonenberg Lodge. It's very close to a little town just at the back here called Betta. Okay, and at Betta there's a petrol station, there's a shop there, and you can buy up, and very nice meat there. We bought it on the way up, and now we bought some. The last packet they had, we bought before we came here. And here at the reception, they give you a little snack if you like. 2 pieces of raw sausage like this packed. So if you make a braai, you've got those 2 extra pieces. But this is, I mean, look at those mountains in the distance there on the other side. This is really fantastic, man. Yeah, what more do you want? So we're going to enjoy staying over here. This, I would say, really, in terms of campsites of our on our holiday round trip this time, this is probably one of the top campsites, if not the best one that we've had. There were good ones, there were ones with very good settings, but some of the facilities are not really good. Sorry for waving like that. There's a lastig fly here, brommer or something. It's giving me a hard time here. But yeah, this is one of the better sites, and the facilities, everything is working. There's power here. I'm gonna have a shower just now in preparation for the sunset. We'll go up there and have a look what it looks like. Right, okay, so this is early morning, 7:44. We have just finished our overstay here at Kurunenhof, and we're leaving the campsite. The sun's not even up yet. The moon just went down in the west. It's a beautiful morning, no wind, nothing, and we're ready to go. It's a long day's drive going down to Amanzi. So yes, prachtig, prachtig. We were back on the road next to the Orange River between Rospina and Amanzi trails, where we stayed over for our last night before returning home. Hier stond ons gestaan. Nee, precies daar. Dat is waar ons gestaan het. Finally, we are crossing over to South Africa at Onseepkans. The border was closed on the South African side at Noord-Oever, and that is why we crossed at this point. We returned back home after a rather interesting holiday with various high and low lights.